talk a lot about watching the league trend. When you guys got eliminated in the spring, are you watching a lot of games then, or the finals, or whatever it is? What stood out to you about the way the team evolved in the playoffs last year?
Yeah, just great coaching. Players are great. High level physicality and execution, and you just have to fight for those habits on a daily basis.
What did you take from the summer, the conversations you had, things you were able to focus on? You always talk about Celtics, things like that. Were you able to draw from the conversations?
Yeah, I mean, just getting perspective. Obviously, everybody's fighting for that one common goal, and at the end of the day, only one team does. So the other 29 got to go back to the drawing board, and you got to figure out how you got to be better. So there's plenty of ways to do that. Working with obviously the staff, we have a great staff. Guys that just have the ability to generate ideas, the ability to generate things with depending upon the roster that you have, and at the same time just growing at the stuff that make you better on both ends of the floor, and then better at building relationships with the players.
Peyton was talking about how it feels like there's been emphasis on kind of starting the season at playoff level physicality. There was aspirations in playoffs are different. Kind of starting the regular season with the playoffs start. Has that been something you're trying to?
No, I mean, I think halfway through last year, the league made a little bit of a change where the game became much more physical, and I think it's what's best for the league, and we just have to adapt to that, and that's one of the trends, Bobby's talking about there is I think the game's in a great place as far as how it's being officiated, how it's being called, how it's being played, and that's one of the things that we have to continue to improve on is just our continual physicality, regardless if it's regular season or playoffs.
What's it been like getting a feel for where Ugo's at in his development, and what does a successful training camp look like for him?
Yeah, it's been good so far. Again, just like everybody else, executing our coverages defensively, executing our communication, making the right play on the offensive end, understanding the game, also understanding how we want to play on both ends. So he's doing everything he's asked of so far. He just has to continue to get better.
Last year, you guys didn't put the opponents at the line very much. This year, you're taking more chances, probably lead to a few more fouls. Where's the willingness to kind of commit those fouls and be more physical, like we're talking about, versus like the keeping them off the line and not getting on points?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything's just situational, right? I think it just kind of depends on time, score, bonus, not bonus. Quarters 1 through 3 versus quarters 4. Are you winning? Are you not winning? I think it's just so much of that. But at the same time, you want to develop a mindset of being a little bit more physical. And again, if there's an upside to those potential fouls, then that's good. If there's not an upside to them, then you have to correct them.
Joe, with so many new people, what's your process for figuring out, like, this guy likes being coached really hard or, like, more, taking more shots at certain players? Like, does it take you a while to figure out, like, kind of what makes guys tick and how you individually coach them?
I mean, I think you just work together with the player. I mean, that's what the preseason's for. That's what time in the summer's for. Being with them, just having an understanding of where they've been, what they like and where they want to get to. So you just work with them on that. I think it just goes into the relationship that you build with them.
Joe, Peyton talked about trying to figure out how he can best impact the game defensively. He said he's not getting shot blockers, so he's going to try to adjust in other ways. For you and the coaching staff, what's the process of helping your guys find out how they can be most effective on the defensive end and putting them in those situations?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just having an understanding of what they do best. I mean, Peyton's gotten better at something different every year, whether it's offensively or defensively. You've seen an uptick in his rebounding on both ends of the floor. Thought, last year his ball pressure has gotten better, and then just having an understanding of making guys around him better. So, he's constantly aware of the things that he has to work on, and just work on that and get it on film and communicate with each other about what's the best way to be able to be impactful on both ends.
Joe, when the Celtics won in 2008, James Posey was like a key player, made chemistry plays. Yesterday, Jordan was talking about trying to do that, imitating or modeling himself after a guy like Obi Toppin. Do you see that maturity in him?
Yeah, that's a great word. Maturity, I think, comes from self-awareness, comes from an understanding of your environment, what it looks like to be impactful, effective, what the team needs, not necessarily what you think you're good at. I think Jordan's really improved on that. He has an understanding of what success looks like in this league and how he's able to do that. I thought today was his best day of practice, and it was because of the activity and the ability to get us extra possessions, and then defensively his physicality. So it's a tough job because you got to do it every night. But he has an understanding, I like the word you use, he's got a maturity about what he needs to do. It's just a matter of executing it.